Assalamu alaikum. Today we'll be discussing Article 29.2 of Survey and Jude, that is magnetic force acting on a current carrying conductor. As we have already seen that when charges they are moving in a conductor, they produce magnetic field. But in this article, we will be discussing a little different case, that we will be having a current carrying conductor which is being placed within a magnetic field. So from this figure you'll see that here we have a conductor, and this is placed within a magnet, and because of this magnet we'll be having magnetic field. Here you can see that the magnetic field is within the plane of the paper, and this conductor is placed within the magnetic field. When there is no current through the conductor, the wire, you can see that it is stretched between these 2 points and is stationary. But when the current starts flowing from bottom to top, you see that it is being stretched towards the left side of the screen. And it is because if you remember the right hand rule, that if you point the fingers of your right hand towards the screen of the laptop, the thumb, it will point in the direction of the drift velocity of the charges, and the palm of your right hand will point in the direction of the magnetic field. So if you do this, you'll see that the force will be acting towards the left side of the screen, and that is why the wire is stretched towards the left side. Now if I reverse the direction of the current, that is the velocity of the charges is now from top to bottom, the direction of the magnetic field stays the same. So again, you point the fingers of your right hand towards your laptop screen, and your thumb pointing in the downward direction, because the drift velocity is now in the downward direction. And you'll see that the force, that is your palm, will point towards the right side of the screen. And this is what happening to this wire over here. It is stretched towards the right side. So from right hand rule we can find the direction of the magnetic force that is acting on this current carrying conductor placed within the magnetic field. So now we will try to find the mathematical expression for the current carrying conductor placed within the magnetic field. So for that, we have L, the length of the wire; A is the area of cross section of the wire; I is the current through the wire which is being placed in a uniform magnetic field B. Magnetic force exerted on a charge q moving with drift velocity vd is given by equation F equals to q into v cross b, where v is the drift velocity and we have a vector sign over here. So the total force acting on wire will be the multiple of the number of charges present within that segment of the wire which is being placed within the uniform magnetic field. So to calculate total force, we will multiply this factor with number of charges and volume of the wire. So we will get FB equals to Q into VD cross B NAL. From our previous knowledge, we know that current is equals to NQVD into A, and I can replace this with I, and I'll get I into L cross B, where this is a vector and this length segment shows a vector because it is carrying current in it which is moving in a certain direction. So this is one way of calculating the magnetic force on a current carrying wire which is being placed in a uniform magnetic field. Now again, let us consider another wire and this wire is again placed within a magnetic field, uniform magnetic field B. Charge is dq, because we will be considering a small amount of charge over here. Now if I consider this small length element over here, and so the charges that are moving with drift velocity in this length element over here will have a direction like this. So mm, I can place the direction of VD and the direction of B like this. So there will be an angle theta between them. So now we again want to find the magnetic force on this wire over here, which is being placed in a uniform magnetic field. So we have a charge dq in a wire, and this charge is moving with a drift velocity vd. When there is no potential, or the charges they are not subjected to move in a certain direction, or the current is absent, then all the charges they are moving randomly in the conductor, and they are moving with very high speed that we have already discussed in the previous article, that is with 10 raised to the power 6 meters per second. And the forces that is acting on them will be equals to 0. Now when we have current within the conductor, which means that now the charges they are moving with certain drift velocity, which is very less as compared to the one with the speed with which the charges were moving before the presence of current. So now the charges they are moving in certain direction, and the net force will not be equals to 0. So we can write the equation dFB equals to dq into Vd cross P. We also know that current is equal to dq over dt, and I can write this dq equals to I dt and replace this dq over here, and get this equation. So I have dFB equals to I dt into Vd cross P. Again, from our previous knowledge, we can say that dl is equals to Vd dt. This is in simple word I can say that rate of change of displacement is equals to velocity, and here the displacement is the length element of the current carrying conductor. So I can write this dFB equals to I into dl cross B. This equation is telling me that the force of the wire over the small segment of the wire having length dl, where I is the current in the wire and B is the local magnetic field at location dl. Now to calculate the total force exerted on the wire, I'll integrate the equation over the entire wire, and I can write this equals to I integral a to b, where a is one end of the wire and b is the other end of the wire, and I integrated over dl cross b. Now we will consider two cases. In one case, I have a curved wire which is placed in a uniform magnetic field. Let us consider a small length element ds, and two ends of the wire are represented by A and B. Now to calculate the magnetic force, I can write the equation I integral a to b ds, that is the small length element that I am considering, cross B. So when I integrate this ds over the entire wire, that is from A to B, I get the total length of the wire, which is given as L prime over here, and FB will be equals to I into L prime cross B. So the magnetic force on a current carrying wire in a uniform magnetic field is equal to that on a straight wire connecting the end points and carrying the same current. In case 2, we'll be considering a closed loop of current carrying conductor which is being placed in a uniform magnetic field. To find the magnetic force, we will write the equation, and here the length element will have a closed loop integral, and we know that when we have a closed loop integral we get 0. So if this is 0, then the total magnetic force will be 0. Therefore the net force, magnetic force acting on any closed current loop in a uniform magnetic field is 0.